Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Trek YT here, and I'm back with another brand new video, guys. Today, what I want to do is basically do a tutorial on the basics of Minecraft World Edit. Now, before we jump into today's video, guys, I do want to let you know this is not a installation and download tutorial. I actually have made one of those, and it should be down in the description if you want to check that out. But this is actually going to be a video about the way you actually use World Edit, the basic commands, not the advanced, basically just the beginner and the noob that is looking on how to go ahead and use World Edit. That is this video today. So without further ado, guys, let's just jump right into the basics of Minecraft World Edit. So this really is going to be literally the basics of Minecraft World Edit. Basically, if you've never used Minecraft World Edit, this is probably the video for you. If you have experience with it, this is probably not the video for you. I actually have another video about advanced tips and tricks for Minecraft World Edit. So if you want to learn about advanced things, click on the video that should be also down in the description down below. But we are going to literally start off super basic, and that is how to go about using the wand, which is basically the tool that allows you to use all of the commands within Minecraft World Edit. So to get your wand in Minecraft, you can do it one of two ways. You can go into your inventory and you can go to your tools section and grab your wooden axe. Your wooden axe is your Minecraft World Edit wand. Now, if you want to do it in a different way, all you do is you go into your chat and you do //wand, and it will automatically put a wooden axe in your inventory. And this axe is basically used to select things within the game, and then basically those are going to be regions that you're going to select. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and grab myself a diamond block and a gold block to kind of use these as representations of points that we are selecting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a point right here, and then I'm also going to put another point up here like so. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wooden axe or my wand, and I'm going to right click on one of the 2 points, and you're going to see in your chat it says first position set, and it's going to give you the coordinates for that position. And then you're going to want to go to your next position, and you're going to want to right click. This is going to go ahead and set a position number 2. So you're going to left click for position 1, and you're going to right click for position number 2. And so basically what just happened is you created a invisible box around the object that you want to manipulate within the game. So you have pretty much a box that goes from here all the way over to here. Now, you haven't actually selected it fully. You've selected points, but you haven't selected it and saved it within the game. So now I'm going to take this redstone block to kind of simulate or keep it as a placeholder, so that way you guys can see where I'm standing when I'm manipulating different things. Now, all these blocks, the gold, the diamond, the redstone, you don't have to do any of these things. I'm actually just putting these here so that way you guys can visibly see what I'm doing, because World Edit is all done with pretty much invisible blocks theoretically. So I wanted to make it a more visible thing so that way you guys can more or less understand what's going on. So what we're going to do first is we've already made our selection. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to want to copy it so we can start to manipulate it with different commands. So we're going to go ahead and find ourselves a place to stand. I'm going to use this redstone block right here to kind of show you that the redstone block is where I'm standing. So I'm going to find that spot, and I'm just going to type in the chat //copy. Now what has happened is this entire selection from this point to this point is now copied and saved into, I guess, basically Minecraft World Edit. And it's saved from this position where I was standing. So if I were to paste it, it would paste in the same orientation that I was standing in when I was right here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this redstone block. I'll walk over here and I'll place it on the ground just to show you that if I stand right here, it's going to paste in the exact same spot as if when I was standing over there. So I'm going to come stand on the redstone block, and I'm going to type //paste, and you're going to see it's going to paste in the exact same orientation as it did when I was over here. So this whole standing in a specific spot is something you're going to want to get very, very used to, because if you start standing in random spots when messing around with Minecraft World Edit, it can get very confusing when you start to rotate, flip, copy, paste, rotate stuff over and over again. It can get very, very confusing if you don't kind of more or less stick standing in the same spot every single time. So for example, let's say I want to rotate this 90 degrees. And when you're rotating on any axis, it's always going to be clockwise. It's never going to be counterclockwise. So if you want to rotate 90 degrees, it's going to rotate 90 degrees to the right because that's clockwise. Now, let's say you wanted to rotate 90 degrees to the left. What you're going to have to do is actually do the opposite. So you're going to go 270 degrees, which is basically rotating 90, 90, 90, which gives you to the same position as rotating 90 degrees to the left. So once you have the positions like copied, you don't actually have to stand in that same spot to do other commands such as flipping and rotating. You can actually just do them standing up in the air right here. So if I type / rotate, and then I do 90, which is 90 degrees to the right. Now what I can do is I'm going to place another redstone block on the ground just so you guys can see where I'm standing, and I'm going to go ahead face this way, and I'm going to go ahead and set paste. Now you can see it pasted 90 degrees to the right. Now let's say I wanted to do it again. I can do 90 degrees again, and then let's say I'll just place the redstone block so you can see where I'm standing, and I'll paste one more time. And it's going to rotate it pretty much 180 degrees from the original to here. Now, I would strongly suggest when you're doing any form of rotating, you stick to 90-degree intervals. So 90-degree intervals will be 90, 180, 270, or 360. 360, there's no point in that because it's literally rotating to the exact same spot that you started at. But however, you can rotate not at a 90-degree interval. You can rotate at random intervals. It would just mess up your build pretty bad. Just for fun, I'm going to go ahead and show you that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this again. So I'm going to select my point here, and I'm going to select my point down here, and then I'm going to go down to my redstone, and I'm going to do / copy. And now what I'm going to do, instead of doing 90, I'm going to rotate it only 45 degrees. Now you're going to see if I put my redstone block around just to show you where I'm standing, if I go ahead and paste it, this is going to look extremely weird. So when I paste it, you can see it definitely rotated at 45 degrees, but it rotated it like really weird. It kind of messed up our original build. And this is what I mean by you really should stick to 90-degree intervals because it won't manipulate your actual build. And a quick world edit tip, if you ever have a thing that you didn't like or you didn't want it to do, you can do / undo and it will get rid of the thing that you just did. So now we know how to copy, we know how to paste, and we know how to rotate. Now there's another thing that's very helpful for basically getting rid of things, and that is the / cut command. So all you have to do is select your region and then type in chat / cut, and it will get rid of your selection. And let's say you accidentally cut this, all you have to do is again do undo, and it brings it right back. And now the last command that we're going to show today, because we are again just sticking to the basics, is we're going to do the flip command. Now this is actually very helpful if you're building something that's symmetrical. And why it's helpful if you're building something symmetrical to use the /flip command, and that's because you can build half of whatever you're trying to build and then copy and flip it and paste it, and only have to do half of it and then paste the other half in. So to demonstrate this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select a point here, and then I'm going to go all the way over to here. I'm going to select this point down here. I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to cut this out of the way. So now you can see that we have pretty much half of a build. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a point up here, and I'm going to select a point down here, and I basically just selected half of my entire build. I'm going to come stand down here on pretty much the middle. When I'm flipping things, I always stand to one edge or the other. I never stand like right in the middle. I either stand right here or I stand right here. Typically speaking, I like to stand on the edge to where I want to flip. For example, I want to flip this selection over to this side, so I'm going to stand right here on this edge, so that way it's easiest for me to flip that. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and do / copy, and then all I have to do is / flip, and then the direction that I want to flip. And what I mean by that is I want to flip it to the right. So all I do / paste, and it will paste it right into the exact spot. And you can see all I had to do is build half of the build, and then I pasted in the other half. And that's what's super great about World Edit is it doesn't actually build things theoretically for you. You still have to do some manual building in Minecraft. However, what it does do is it speeds up the building process a lot, because things that repeat, you can go ahead and copy and paste and not have to build them again by hand. This is why you see a lot of Minecraft professional builders use World Edit on a regular basis, because building massive structures takes a very long time, but if you can do world edit and use world edit to speed up that process, it makes building, I guess, larger things a lot more achievable. And there is so many commands for Minecraft world edit, some that I don't ever utilize because I just don't have any use for them, but there are some out there that I do utilize that I did not cover in this video. And if you want to explore all of the commands in Minecraft world edit, there's one really quick way to find out what those commands are and a brief description on how they do within the game. All you have to do is go into chat and do //help, not /help, but 2 slashes, and then do help and then hit enter. So you'll see in chat, it's going to give a bunch of different world edit commands, and it's going to give a brief description of what that command does. It's not necessarily going to tell you how to use it, but it's going to tell you pretty much what that command does. And every once in a while, I like to reference this a lot. So if you want to go to another page, you do //help2, or you do //help3, or and so on until you get all the way to page 14. For example, let's go ahead and use one more command that I just found in the help section. That is the //fill command. This is a command that I think you're gonna go ahead and find that you're gonna use a lot. This also goes with the //set command, which we haven't covered yet, so we'll cover both of those really quick. So the //set command, basically you're doing that same thing where you're selecting regions. So let me go ahead and grab ourselves a golden block and a diamond block again, so that way we can kind of represent the positions that we're selecting. So we'll put one right here, and then let's say we'll put one over here. Now we'll take our wooden axe or our wand, we'll left click on one, and then we'll right click on the other, and now we have selected a region. Now if we want to use the //set command, this is going to set a block throughout that selection that we just made. So for example, let's say we want to make it cobblestone. All we have to do is //set, and then we do cobblestone, and we type that out in chat, and then we hit enter. It will take that selection that we just made and make it all cobblestone. And now you can do this for every block in the game. For example, let's say we wanted to change this to //set grass, or //set dirt, and then maybe let's say we wanted to change it to a gold_block. We can keep doing things to go ahead and change this to whatever that we actually want it to be. But there's actually an even easier way to set things without having to type out the actual block name, because some block names aren't as straightforward as dirt, grass, cobblestone. Some of them are a little bit more difficult, like you saw me with the gold block, because I had to do gold_block. So it gets a little bit more difficult when you get into certain blocks. And the way that I personally navigate around that is there is actually a way to pull up the block IDs within the game. Now, every single block within Minecraft has its name that you see in your inventory, but it also has a block ID or a numerical value for that block. So that way the game can code those into the game. The way to actually see that is all you have to do on your keyboard is type F3 then H, and then all you have to do is just hit F3 again to get rid of the F3 key, and then you hit E to pull up your inventory. Now you can see in your inventory where it says spruce wood planks, it also has the #0005/1. That is going to be your block ID. Now all you have to do is take out the zeros before the 5 and change that slash to a colon, and then that becomes your actual block ID. So for example, if I go ahead and select here, and then I select here, and then I do //set 5:1, it's going to change that all to spruce wood planks. And again, you can do that for any one of the blocks in the game. You can see yellow wool is 35:4, or green wool, or any of these blocks in the game you probably are going to want to use the block ID for. And now we're going to do the last command of the day, and that's going to be the /fill command. So let me go ahead and just cut out a section in the middle of this right here. And now what the fill command does is it basically fills empty areas. For example, let's say that you had an odd shape that wasn't a square, it was like a circle. I find the fill command to be easiest because it's better than just selecting a point here and a point here. Because, you know, you're selecting with squares using your point selection, whereas if it was a circle, you would be selecting outside of the circle and you'd be placing blocks theoretically where you don't want them to be placed. So that's where the fill command comes into place. So all you have to do is stand within the boundaries. So I guess the boundaries would be all of these blocks above me. You don't want to stand up here. You want to stand down within the same level as all the blocks that you want to fill in. So the command is literally //fill, and then you want to use the block type. So for example, we want to use 5:1, the spruce wood planks numerical value, and then the radius for how many blocks in every direction that you want to be filled in within your enclosed area. So what I mean by enclosed area is, let's say we open this up, that would then place blocks on the outside. So you want to make sure that the area that you want to fill is already enclosed in. So we're going to do that again. We're going to use /fill 5 1, and we're only going to have to do a radius of like 5 or 6 blocks. So we'll do 6 and we hit enter, and you can see it fills in all of those blocks really easily for us. And that's pretty much it for the basics of Minecraft World Edit. There's definitely so many more commands out there, and I definitely want to make some more videos on all of those commands. I've already made a video on more or less advanced World Edit tips, so if you want to go on to, I guess, more advanced stuff, definitely check that video out down in the description down below. But if you're still a beginner, I want to make some more videos, basically almost a series on how to use different World Edit commands within Minecraft. But I hope you guys did enjoy today's video and found it to be kind of helpful for those of you that don't really use Minecraft World Edit all that much and you guys kind of want to get into using it. So if you guys did find today's video helpful, let me know down below, because I would love to hear some feedback about things that you guys want to learn in Minecraft, because I have been playing the game for almost 7 years, so I think I have a pretty good amount of knowledge when it comes to Minecraft. But again, if you did enjoy today's video, show your support down below, and while you're down there, guys, might as well hit that subscribe button. But as always, guys, I love you all. See you guys next time. Peace out.